As a real estate professional, you must practice ethical decision-making every day as part of your work. This means that from the beginning of a business relationship, any known potential for conflict of interest must be disclosed. One issue that does not fit into the idea of simple conflict of interest is that of dual agency. While some states may allow this practice, here in our state, it's strictly prohibited, and it has been since 2005. Dual agency occurs when a licensee represents both the buyer and the seller simultaneously. It's also considered dual agency when two licensees within the same brokerage represent a buyer and a seller in the same transaction. But not every potential issue is as easy to identify or can be anticipated or dealt with in advance. When circumstances change and a potential conflict of interest arises, disclosure must be made at the earliest opportunity. An obvious example of this kind of conflict can be when you represent yourself or an immediate family member in a real estate transaction. Another example could be in a transaction in which a close friend is acting as a third-party vendor for a client. Immediate disclosure of the relationship may be the only ethical way to handle some of these situations. Potential or actual conflicts of interest may occur in a variety of ways. We're going to cover 3 common situations you need to pay attention to. The first is when you're an undisclosed principal in a transaction where you represent another party to the transaction. Second is when you're acting as an agent but are not able to represent a client or opposing party in an unbiased manner or to the best of your ability. Third is when you receive a benefit from a company for referrals you make to clients without the client's prior approval. These benefits might be dividends, shares, holidays, discounted goods, or some other form of compensation. If you're a supervising broker, you have the responsibility to prepare a written policy that includes how to handle conflicts of interest. Associate brokers and other personnel need to be aware of what the policy is and follow it closely. They need to communicate with their supervising broker when any questions or issues arise. It's always wise to seek the counsel of a licensed real estate attorney when you're unsure of a situation. The attorney will be able to answer any questions and assist in the creation of a conflict of interest policy and disclosure form.